Good morning. Today is relieving congestion, and primarily it's and nasal congestion. But then paired with that, we're also going to work heavily on our inhales and on side bends just to increase breath capacity there. I think that will help drastically with congestion too. Um, so I would like you to have a block, a bolster, and a blanket for class. We are going to start with some facial acupressure or really some sinus pressure points. So I want you to have a little bit of oil or lotion that you are comfortable putting on your face. And then if you're watching the recording, grab an eye pillow or sock, scarf, anything you have, put it in a baggie and put it in your freezer. So pause this, go put that aside. And then hopefully I will remember before Shavasana for all of us to go and collect that. Um, it'll feel really soothing on the face. Okay. So let's begin with our oil. So mine is a roller bottle that already is cut with coconut oil. So I don't need to add a carrier, but please make sure if you're using essential oil that you do have um, coconut, almond, any kind of oil or lotion along with your essentials. All right. So we're just going to gracefully, like one finger at a time, feather sweep the third eye area. We're going to offer a little bit of pressure in just a moment, but to start. Okay. And then take both of your fingers and just press that third eye space. Okay. Now we're going to come to where the eyebrows begin. And I really just want to sweep the shape of the eyebrow. So sweep your fingers. So I'm using the middle finger. I'm putting pressure where the eyebrow begins. That's the sinus point. And then I'm rolling the finger along the length of the eyebrow. So we'll do two more sweeping and then we'll hold it where the eyebrow begins. This is another sinus point. Again, as much pressure as it feels good for you. Okay, now we're going to sweep the finger down the length of the nose. If you need to apply more oil, go for it. Okay. So now we're just going to use that middle finger right where the nostrils begin and just roll in circles. Okay, so now follow the cheekbone. I'll come a little closer for this one. So we're going to press underneath the cheekbone. And if you were to draw a line from the corner of your eye down, right around there, right? Again, so another sinus point. So this one, we're not going to move at all in terms of a sweeping motion. We're just going to keep the pressure of the finger. Two more big breaths in. Okay, and then lastly, let's just go to the temples. Really softly. Very little pressure. Okay. And then let's just sweep the hands down the neck a couple times. All right. We're going to cap the oil. Okay. I'm going to take off socks. You don't need to. I'm just getting a little warm. Okay. So now we're coming on to hands and knees. All right. So we're going to do spinal waves, really nice and easy, but I want to work on our inhale. So today we're going to count inhale only. We'll just let the exhale be nice and natural. Okay. So on the next time you inhale, right, and we come into our cat pose, inhale for 4. Exhale, round the back. Breath is natural. Inhale 4 again, cat, or excuse me, cow. And exhale, round. Again, inhale for 4. Exhale, round. We're going to do that 3 more times. Exhale to 5, or inhale, excuse me, to 5. One more. Okay. And then come back to center. We're going to do head rolls. So when there isn't any pressure on the spine, this is a great position to do these head rolls. And switch directions. Okay, one more. And then we're going to pick up the inhale to count of 5, and we're going to move to and from child's pose. So what I want you to do, step your hands forward, right? So when we go back, it's bend the elbows, drop the head, and exhale back. So we're working on the opening of the upper body. Inhale up for 5. And exhale, bend the elbows, drop the head, move the hips. Inhale 5. Exhale back. Inhale up for 6. Or best you can. A lot of times when I start on that, I get like 5.5. So do what you can. One more. Inhale, count of 6. Okay. We're going to flip on our back for our banana pose. All right, so let's walk the whole body to the right edge of your mat. And then we're going to inchworm the upper body over. So in this pose, I want your arms to be really comfy. So you grab on wherever you can. And then walk the legs over to the left as well. Hook left ankle over right. The first minute, and I'm timing this, the first minute we have left over right just to anchor and begin the stretch on this right side. Let's pick the breath up, inhales only. Let's go back to the count of 5 since we're really, stretching. Our capacity will be more limited. So 3 breaths to the count of 5, and then we'll move up to 6. When you're ready, 3 inhales, count of 6. And then let's uncross while we're at it. Let's cross right over left ankle. See if that additional pull is helpful. And then if it's helpful, but you can't breathe to 6, go back to count of 5. Keep the extra pull on the right side. We're going to stay in this for another about 2 minutes. You move to inhales of 7 when you feel comfortable. Hopefully you're feeling, regardless of what number you're on, almost when you inhale, you feel this right side body opening like a fan as you inhale. So every part of it is expanding. If it's possible, the final 3 breaths to the count of 8, inhales only. If you're still at 6 or 7, stay at 6 and 7. Okay, let's uncross the ankles. We're going to make our way back over to the right edge of the mat. Bend the knees. And then I'm hoping walking the body over little bits at a time to the left edge will be enough movement for your low back, your sacral area. If it's not, shake out the legs, do what you need. Okay. And then we're going to straighten the legs again. Now we're inchworming the upper body over to the right. Arms are wherever they're going to be the most comfortable for you. And then the legs go probably not that much over to the right as well. And then for our first minute, we hook right ankle over left. So now we're starting over with this tight side. So inhales, count of 5, please. Okay, let's uncross. Try crossing left over right. seeing if that additional pull is welcome. Right now, trying to work for a count of 6 inhale, but if it's now too much of a stretch, stick with 5 count inhale and you work your way up. Trying now for inhales, count of 7. Final 3 breaths, possibly to the count of 8. Okay, and we'll begin to make our way back out. So uncross your ankles. And then make your way back over to the left edge of your mat. Bend your knees. And then walk back to the center. Okay, one hand on each knee. Let's roll the knees in one big circle. Switch directions. Okay. All right, let's put feet to the mat, roll to your side. Right. Press yourself up. We're going to lie over this rolled blanket. So nice big rectangle. You're going to fold one end of it in halfway and then roll it up again, or roll it all the way up. So nice tight roll. Okay. So then when you lie back, you're pretty much lying over the part of your spine that rounds. Shoulders graze the mat or are just slightly off of it. Arms are above the blanket as well. And it's okay if the chin rises a little bit. You're in a back bend, so that's going to be happening. Don't force the chin back down. So I like feet wide on the mat, turn slightly in. This feels better on the low back. Or if you'd like, you can straighten the legs and see how that feels. We won't stay here for, the full 3 minutes for yin. But because we're working on congestion, I really wanted to focus on this, the side body, the back bends, and really opening up our capacity for inhale. So let's come back to that inhale to count of 5. Trying to feel your back expand where you're lying over this blanket. Inhale's count of 6. And then final 3, if you can, count of 7. Okay, now we roll onto our side. When you're ready, press yourself up. All right, we're going to come into gate pose. So this is going to be an active side body stretch. So blanket down for your knee. Okay, so left knee is down, right leg is out. It is up to you what direction you want that right foot to be in. Okay, hip over knee as best you can. We're going to bring that left arm up. Right arm rests on the thigh. Big breath in. And then exhale over the right leg. Inhale back up. And exhale over the right leg. We're going to do that twice more, and then we'll stay in the side bend, focusing on the inhales. Okay, now let's stay here. Ensure that the right arm is just resting. So we're using our abdominal and back muscles to hold us up. Now, let's come back. Inhale, count of 5. Let's do another to count of 5. A little bit harder now that it's more active. So the muscles, right, are contracting, and I'm asking you to expand them. Let's do 2 inhales, count of 6. And then if you can, 2 inhales, count of 7. I think I'm stuck at 6 here, but that's okay. Okay, on your inhale, come all the way up. Lower that left arm. Okay, we're gonna come onto the right knee. I'm gonna move this blanket over just a little bit. so that when I have my left leg out, I get to stay on the mat. Okay. And then again, hip over knee. Okay. And then right arm comes up. Left arm is lightly on the thigh. Big breath in. And then exhale over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale over. Good. 2 more and we stay. Okay. All right. So here we start back over 2 breaths, count of 5, then 6, then 7, 2 each. Doing as best you can through the tension on the side. This side's a lot tighter, so I'm pretty much stuck at about 5.5. So I'm hoping, that it's okay if you can't make it to that bigger breath in. All right, on your next inhale, come all the way up. Come onto that left knee. All right. So we are going to come into like a half straddle. So we're basically straddle, but with the knees bent. So I want to sit on this blanket. Okay. And then knees pretty bent. So my heels are on the floor, but the rest of my feet are not. So don't force anything to happen here. Okay. So seated bends, forward bends, and side bends are going to be the harder to do. This is why it's last. So I'd like to twist to the right and hinge over the leg. So that's going to be on our exhale. And then inhale, we come back to center, one hand on each knee. And then exhale, we twist to the left and hinge forward. So let's do this a couple of times. And then we'll end up holding. Exhale to one side. If your feet are really uncomfortable in this position, you can, change it up. Do what feels good. It feels good for a little bit, but then you're drastically shortening up the heel when the feet are more in this down position. So change it as you need. On your next pass to your right, let's stay in the bend and the twist. Okay, what I want you to do is take the left hand and as best you can, bring it to the outside of your right calf, shin, foot, right? Get that additional side body while we twist and forward bend. Inhale, count of 5. And then let's go back to 2 breaths each, 5, 6, 7, or doing the best you can with that. Right, because now we've added a twist into the mix, which is going to make that musculature even tighter for you to breathe into. Two more breaths. Okay, on your next inhale, come back to center. All right, we're going to start over now on the other side. Nice breath in. Exhale over that left leg, hinge it forward, and then take that right arm, bring it to the outer left leg. Okay. And then 2 inhales, 5, 6, 7. So I'm hoping you're feeling the side is easier because you've already stretched it, right? So when we did the first side, I felt restricted by the right side of the twist, if that makes any sense. So now I've got the right side stretching, and we've already stretched the left. So I'm hoping you're feeling a little more ease of breath here. Even though we technically still have your body pretty bound up. Last breath. Okay, come back to center. Now for symmetrical, let's go forward. Keep those knees nice and bent. Just walk the hands out as much as they'll go. And then pull back on your floor so that you create a nice long spine. Okay, and then pull yourself back. Bring the legs back together. Use the arms if you like. Right. Shake it out. All right. So it's time for Shavasana. I'd like, before we go get the eye pillow that's in the freezer, and don't worry, I don't think it's going to be too freezing for your face if you're thinking that. Let's just set up. So there's very little setup that you actually have to do. So we got a blanket for the head and neck. All right. So we'll go grab our eye pillows. If you're doing the recording, you could pause if you want, but I feel like we should all be back around the same time. And see you in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. So what I want to ensure is that no matter the size of your eye pillow, get as much of the weight of it as you can to one long end. You do not want the weight over your actual eyes. You want the weight on your forehead. Very important. So as I put it on, I press the sides, or the ends, I should say, like into the temples. It's like the perfect fit. Just feels really nice. Okay. So feeling more spacious, taller, at least through the upper body. We didn't do a ton of lengthening of the legs, but feeling that new length and space in the upper body, feeling the comfort that you've created. Take the time now to heal and to recover, to rest. Shavasana. Please take a deep breath in and release. Start to come back to your body, moving little bits at a time until you're ready to bring your arms overhead and take a big stretch. So to roll onto your right side, my suggestion is to have your left hand on your eye pillow. Keep that in place as you bend your knees and make your way to your side. And then a little at a time, you let the left hand allow light to enter until you're ready to release the eye pillow fully. And then press yourself up. We'll do a couple minutes of pranayama meditation. To begin, I'd like to do visual alternate nostril breathing. So on your inhale, I'd like you to watch your breath go up the right nostril, and then exhale, watch your breath move down the left. And then inhale, watch your breath move up the left nostril, and exhale down the right. So we'll just continue this pattern, just using the power of your mind, of your awareness. And now we're not going to count the inhales at all, but I would like you to take as big of inhales as you can. Really filling yourself, refueling. And refueling, while today wasn't overly strength and difficult, we still need to bring as much oxygen into the body, into the musculature, the tissues, the brain as possible. So I designed this class because I myself I'm not feeling very well. So the intention was, what could I do for myself, and how might this help you if and when you're feeling, kind of under the weather. I'll be adding this to my Vimeo page for the free page so that you can do this at any point when you're not feeling good. Okay, so next time you exhale through the left nostril, we're going to change up the pattern. So this time, we're going to go back through the left nostril, inhale through the left, watch your breath descend through both nostrils. Inhale up through both, exhale down the right. Then inhale up the right, exhale down both, exhale up both, exhale down the left. And we'll continue that for just a minute. Let's do one more cycle where you exhale through the right nostril. And then once you've finished, you sit feeling hopefully better than when you began, more centered, balanced in the breath, but still more capacity at the same time. And please bring your hands to your heart center and bow your head slightly. Bowing to the wisdom of the practice, the devotion of yourself to the practice, to your body, to your health. With that, I offer you each a namaste.